Replace Quayle, I think.
We, is it still a firestorm in Texas? On what? Oh, yeah. What happened? It's a firestorm.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Why do you laugh so hard?
I was laughing today at the New York Times with their crackpot reporting, coming to describing you as a Rick Perry admirer. That was your title
in the New York Times.
The New York Times. I will give you this story right here. Let's see. Yes, it says from the New York Times, and it goes through how you had her on the air, and this happened. It says, Mr. Beck, an admirer of Governor Rick Perry, ridiculed her right away, saying, "I think I can write her off the list." Now, the reason
is that really how it happened? I'm admiring. I could write her off the list.
Like, you had spent the previous break criticizing Rick Perry, and you were saying that this woman could be, people are saying she might be an alternative.
How often did we talk last week about Rick Perry's problems?
That's all we talked about.
How is he a conservative during campaign time? How many times?
How is it that Kay Bailey Hutchinson is, or how do you say her last name? Hutchinson.
No in.
How is it she's using quotes from me against Rick Perry?
That's crazy.
But I'm an admirer of Rick Perry.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, do you even look into it? Or do you just put words on a newspaper and just hope no one notices?
Apparently they don't even look into it.
No, they have monkeys and typewriters right now.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah. Well, they work cheaper. Rick Perry wins another term. He may owe a debt of gratitude to Glenn Beck. This, according to San Antonio News. Topsy-turvy world of Texas politics, TV and radio bloviator interjected himself into the race. No, why did I?
We did an interview. That was it. It was supposed to be a nice interview.
He did so by asking the right question of Deborah Medina, who had been surging. She threatened to overtake Kay Bailey, blah, 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 for second place. The question hadn't come up earlier because it was an out-there kind of inquiry, not the first thing you'd ask someone who's managed to sound reasonable through 2 debates and many months of campaigning.
It wasn't the first thing we asked her either, but it was one thing on our list because we'd heard from so many people that she felt that way. It's a pretty logical question when you hear from, I don't know, hundreds of people. You might want to ask her about 9/11.
Well, but that's the problem with these reporters. They don't talk to people. They don't listen to people.
That's true.
They don't.
Yep.
You know what? I get better facts. I mean, they all have to be checked. Obviously, I'm not saying for you. I'm saying for reporters. I get better facts from Twitter than I do from the New York Times. I get more interesting angles and stories from Twitter and from phone calls to this program than anything else. But they lock themselves in a cave. And that's why they don't have any idea what's happening on the ground.
Yeah, just going back to what you're saying about the Times. It's like, I remembered this and I wanted to go back to confirm it, but it's true. The quote in the Times, in the article that you're described as an admirer of Rick Perry, the quote in the Times is, "I think I can write her off the list," talking about Medina. The next thing you said was, "Let me take another look at Kay Bailey Hutchinson." Sorry, Pat.
That's all right.
But it's the next thing you're talking about his other opponent in the next sentence, and they describe you as an admirer.
This guy writes in San Antonio Press, the whole thing suggests that we in the media haven't probed deeply enough. You
think?
You think? You think? Yeah, you wonder why people aren't buying the New York Times or, watching most television news programs. I mean, because they're out of step. The politicians and the media, out of step with the American people. Back in a second.